toe to leather, and we'll get started. Coming out with it, it's Smith. He gets it out to the 32 and sets him up with a whip. Field position. And it's an incomplete pass over the middle.
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO and they were going to see some quick game. A nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
Hauls it in. He stopped at the 32-yard line, not enough for the first down.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on 3rd down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. You'll get some water and celebrate.
They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. Jones wants to throw it. Caught near the sideline. It's Cobb. So now it's 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on 2nd down. They're staring at 3rd.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game. Throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker.
Really nice job by the defense there. You're trying to force the quarterback to throw the football in front of you and allow your guys to square up and make a tackle out in space. You got to force the ball carrier to do something special after the catch. Not able to do it there, so really nice tactic by the defense.
The Pirates will call on their punt team. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Gets it out of there for the first time today and didn't see much of him in that loss a week ago. Called on just once. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. South Florida has it back, and the Bulls offense will return to the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession now to see if they can be more productive this time around. They'll give it to the back. How about that defense getting back there? He'll lose a couple.
Man, this defense is setting the tone early. 3 and out on the first drive, and on the first play, the second drive, they get a TFL. They are sending a very clear and distinct message to this offense. They are going to set the tone of this game.
He put some heat on that one down the middle.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Oh, he's got some space. Made a defender miss. Steps out of bounds. They'll mark him at the 31, and that is the way to get yourself a little daylight. They built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball to the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy, when he gets in space, he can make big plays happen. Nice decision by the QB.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Well, the offensive line had everybody blocked except the defensive end. He was able to sneak into the backfield and get the tackle for loss.
Johnson looking to throw. Unloads it left. Just missed his man, gave him just a little too much.
And the quarterback and receiver just not on the same page on that last play. Timing has got to be so critical, especially when you're throwing to the perimeter of the field. They just didn't have it there.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Intercepted, and that total goes to 16. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Timing has to be so good. When you're throwing at his own defense over the middle of the field, the ball's got to come out specifically on time because these windows close really quickly. Ball there thrown a little bit late. As a result, it's an INT.
East Carolina sending the offense back to work. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. And the Pirates headed quickly to the line. They'll go right back to it. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Let's see what they find in the playbook for 3rd and long from the 43. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws toward the end zone. Touchdown, East Carolina. They went for the big play, and boy, did it ever pay off.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Smith. He gets a block. He's got it out. He's going to get loose. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. He just took it the entire length of the field, end to end, coast to coast, nationwide for the touchdown.
And how about the fans in the stands going, no, 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 take a knee, no, yes, 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 yes. Over 100 yards to the kickoff return. Nice job taking that in the end zone, making a huge play.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. Fielded in the end zone. It's Watkins.
That's not what you want out of that kick return. If you're that return guy, you've got to make something happen. You've got to be able to make a guy miss. That's why you're back there in the first place, because of your athleticism, but you have got to be able to generate better field position on that kickoff return.
East Carolina has it back, and the Purple Pirate offense will go to work. They tied it with a touchdown the last time they had it. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And he's got it inside the 35. And he's brought down after a huge completion.
Man, anytime the ball goes in the air towards him, I feel like it's his. Like, there are no 50-50 balls. He just makes plays game after game, play after play, and you see him featured in this offense for a reason. He's one of the best in the country, not just at the wide receiver position, period. This guy's in the Heisman Trophy conversation as a receiver.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long.
Jackrabbit.
The play action fake. Caught in the backfield, it's Cobb. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, ECU. Made the grab and took it on in for the score. Did not take long to get into the end zone. Now let's see if this gets this offense to hit overdrive.
And we may have a situation here. We might have points, and more points. You keep putting drives together like that quickly, chewing up that much yardage. Defenses are going to have to get something figured out.
He'll bring it out. It's Smith. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. This drive will commence from their own 11-yard line. Johnson wants to throw it. Working the big fella to the corner. Still running up the 40. There he goes. He flips his field in an instant, and he's got him set up at the 20. The Bulls want to pick up the tempo. Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Here comes the offense on first down. The give from the gun. Runs through a tackle. Finds a little bit of room. Give him a couple down to the 23.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know he only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy. Let him see what he can do. And
touchdown Bulls! Oh, that may be it, and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, Dave. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
He'll bring it out. It's Cobb. He'll go out of bounds at the 27-yard line. Just couldn't quite shake free. This drive will start at their own 27-yard line. On the move, it's Cobb. Can't get him to the ground. They opened the lane, and he hit it a gain of 5 out to the 33. The Pirates can really attack on this 2nd and short.
And you're seeing the offense now mix up the tempos. After a successful run, they're now going hurry up.
And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was knocked loose, and 3rd down is coming.
Well, this this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting to throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
And the Pirates are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short.
Get set, get set.
Jones to throw. That's reeled in. It's Cobb. Love to see these 3rd down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line.
With you coming into this game, if they throw completions and get...
He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And that one's incomplete. We're taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
And that is a huge missed opportunity for the quarterback. You've got your guy wide open in the end zone. You're not under pressure. You just got to hit him. That ball got away, and that's one he'd like to have back.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Quarterback now breaking the field. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming. And they'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. And the pass is incomplete, and that wraps up the first quarter. We're through one, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. We've got a good one going here and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the second. The Pirates will punt this one away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. So now the hit knocks it loose. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Power football with the run. Plows through the defense.
That's just a really nice job by the running back, making the first guy miss and going to get positive yards. This guy's got some wiggle, and you saw it on that play.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Trying play action. Unloads to the wideout. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
Yeah, and great job by the linebacker understanding what to do in zone coverage. I drop, I take my steps. When that quarterback's feet get set, my feet get set. I break on the football. Nice break. Way to go break it up and swat it down.
Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
They booted away on 4th down. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. Well, they finally stopped him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. Back to work. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
Nice job by the QB, sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off, and slide. I love the slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
There he goes. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down.
It's so nice as an offense to know you can generate explosive plays by handing the football off to this guy. He has got incredible speed.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Jones wants to throw it. Makes the grab. It's Johnson. He'll be knocked out of bounds at the 29.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows. He can run slants. He can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
So that penalty is going to cost them the first down as they back up, and now it's 2nd down. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Back to pass. Under fire. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
Man, this has been a struggle for this offense, protecting their quarterback. It's priorities mission number 1, right? Every single game you go into. Last week, I think a lot of the reason they lost was because they gave up so many sacks and hits on their quarterback.
And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
QBs and receivers on 3rd down, everything has to happen just a split second sooner. You're expecting pressure. The quarterback gets hit. Just not on the same page with his target.
They boot it away. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. South Florida ready to send the offense back onto the field. Didn't get anything done 3 and out on their last series. They'll try to find a rhythm here. Turning it on! Knocked out of bounds at the 46 after the good pickup on that one.
Well, there's the offense trying to take advantage of this running back speed. I like the call. Hand off to the left, to the outside. Put him in space and let him go to work.
And the Bulls, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Johnson looking to throw. Quickly out to the tight end. He gets it inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and they are rolling. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
The Bulls come to the line with a new set of downs. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long.
Base, 27, jump. On set.
Wants to go up top. Looking for the score. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted. Got room on the return.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Going to try to get it himself.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
And the Pirates with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Sends it downfield. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down.
Well, even though that pass was incomplete, I wouldn't be shocked if this defense in the second half decides to play some deeper coverages. This offense has already shown that they're willing to be aggressive, and they've got a lot of speed. Moving forward, this defense cannot afford to give up big plays in the passing game. Well, the defense got the stop there on 3rd and 1. Let's see if they can do it again here on 4th and inches, Dave.
I just got to find a way to fall forward, be physical. We work on this all week. You know you're going for it on 4th down.
And the O will stay out there and go for it on 4th and inches.
Here we go. All right.
He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. They spun that wheel of fortune on 4th down and come up bankrupt. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. They'll go to the ground. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you can tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
Here we go. Here we go.
The give to the back. Breaks into the open. And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21. And the Bulls, after exploding for that huge run, back to work.
I love the idea of just handing him off the football on the jet sweep, too, because when he gets outside, he's so good in the open field. It's so difficult to tackle him because of his elusiveness and his speed, and the offense rips off an explosive play with the jet sweep there.
A little release to the back. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
414 satellite. 414 satellite. Press. Press. Press.
Johnson wants to throw it. He's got it on the run. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3.
That's a nice play on offense there. And how about the tight end getting out of his stance and working his way across the field, using his speed to clear the defense and make the catch?
The Bulls trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal.
Military stomp. Set go.
Use the play fake. Now to throw. Buys a little time. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Bulls.
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now? Going into the half with the lead, with the momentum.
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. Makes a move. Oh, what vision. Wide open, and it's a foot race. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. He is a field-flipping machine. Take it on one end, return it to the other.
And now you get to celebrate. What a beautiful job. We always talk about defense. We always talk about offense. But, man, when your special teams come through for you and score, it is huge, and it provides such a boost for the crowd.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Smith. He stopped at the 23, a couple yards short of where he would have been with a touchback. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again.
Here we go, here we go.
They're going to run it to the right. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Third down conversion's always a huge stat, and they've got a 3rd and long from the 27. Johnson looking to throw. That one comes out hot down the right side. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
Well, this defense is being challenged, and this secondary in particular. And I know a DB made the tackle there, but we're only in the second quarter, and already this quarterback has over 200 yards passing.
Looking to throw on first down. Got a man. He'll pick up a few before going out of bounds at the 34.
Yeah, when you run those drag routes, it just takes a little bit of know-how. And when I say that, the receiver's got to understand, find space. My quarterback's going to find me. He's looking for that space at the same time. Nice throw, nice catch. Way to get the first down.
Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Looking downfield on first down. He's going to let it go. Got it. Touchdown, USF. He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
Sometimes it's players, not plays, or sometimes it's both. And when you got that guy and you put him in the slot and you let him burn for a go route right past a nickel corner or one of the reserve corners or a safety, that's a great job by the offense, and that speed you can't teach, and that's why he's in the house for 6.
You get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. He'll be stopped, but good work there to get the ball out to the 37. One more snap coming before halftime. These corners backing off a bit. Jones to throw. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Pulls in the deep ball. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Purple Pirates.
And how about this offense responding late in the first half, getting the score, now an extra point away from tying this football game going into the half. That's exactly how you draw up a 2-minute drill. That's how you want to finish a half.
First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Bulls will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. Coming out with it, it's Cobb. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Got a little room. And there he goes. He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Pirates.
I'll tell you, you're lucky if you're watching a college football game and you see one return for a touchdown. That's now his 2nd of the game. This guy is absolutely lethal. He's shown you his open field running ability. He's shown you his speed. I'll be shocked if anybody kicks his way the rest of this game and the rest of the season.
On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. South Florida has it back, and the Bulls offense will return to the field. They'll open this third quarter with a run. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Right back to the well. Yeah, it's a bit of a surge, and he's knocked down after picking up 3 to the 26.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive yards.
They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. Johnson wants to throw it. Makes the grab. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
A couple of yards short of the first down in your own territory, but they are going to go for it on 4th. They'll run for it. Will not get there. A 4th down stop.
I know the analytics tell me to be aggressive and go for it, but in the second half, in these ball games, the analytics don't work for every single situation. And right now, you set them up. I just hope this one doesn't come back to bite you right in the hind end.
Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to fight another play. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Throws to the tight end. And wings it incomplete. They really need to take advantage of this field position on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Dumps it to the back. Got it in the middle, it's caught. That'll be enough for the first down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line. Looking for a crease, it's caught. Got enough space. Touchdown, East Carolina. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Ready to try the point after.
And what a push up front by this offensive line. Everyone playing in unison, driving out of their stance, working into the second level, hats on hats, creating a lane for that running back.
On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. South Florida ready to send the offense back onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Johnson looking to throw. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete.
Some days just aren't your day, and he's already made 2 big mistakes in this ball game with the interceptions, and he almost threw a 3rd. This quarterback's really got to dial in, get focused, get his feet set, and make good deliveries of the football to his wide receivers.
The Bulls come to the line in the hurry-up. 3rd and short, and I guess the only thing they really took out of play in the shotgun was the quarterback sneak.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I like to do, Reese. I mean, 3rd and inches, I want to run the quarterback sneak, run the football, but this team fully comfortable throwing the football, and you see why. Easy pitch, easy catch, first down.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there getting that first.
Pulls and throws off the RPO. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42.
Great execution on the RPO, and the receiver had some time to find the soft spot in the zone and make himself open for the quarterback and make it a much easier pass. Great job.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close. And when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through them. And guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long, different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls in.
They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. And the Bulls come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
Phase 27 jump, rerun. Hey, travel.
The give to the left side. Fights off the defender. Noses his way forward, maybe gets one. They'll mark it at the 18.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. He now has 85 yards on the ground, and he's been terrific all season, ranking in the top 10 in rushing.
22, water.
Motion from the wideout. They'll run it on first and goal.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
He's going for the goal line. Touchdown, South Florida. How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option? On to attempt to try. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
He'll bring it out. It's Cobb. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27. The Pirates are in the hurry-up. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. He'll get a fresh set of downs, stopped at the 31-yard line.
And this is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that first down.
And they'll line up from the 31 on first down.
22, Spider.
Using his legs, it's Cobb. Not a lot of daylight. He gets one to the 32. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Off the play fake. Looking to buy time. Nothing open downfield, so he'll just toss it away.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throwaway.
They couldn't connect on second down, now staring at a 3rd and 9. Jones wants to throw it. Steps away. Just had to get rid of that one to save the yardage on 3rd down.
This game just feels so different than it did in the first half. After that incompletion, now setting up 4th down, they only have a 1-possession lead. Things were looking so much better early earlier in the game. They're going to have to get it together throwing the football if they want to win this.
Oh, another ball's been knocked free. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play.
Man, that always stings for the offense. They are raring and ready to go. Got the chin strap buckled, ready to go try to get some points, ready to execute. Your guy puts it on the ground. Deflation. You got to walk back to the sidelines. All right, defense.
Oh, he's got some space. He steps out of bounds, and that'll be the end of quarter number 3. That's the end of the period, and East Carolina has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the fourth quarter. They go back to work in the final period of this one.
Lasso.
Wants to throw on first down. Here he goes breaking the pocket. And he's going to lose yardage. He was looking everywhere for just a little grass and a little air, and none to be found. And the Pirates trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Caught in the backfield. It's Williams. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him at the 16.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in the game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
He's got it. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. They'll keep the offense on the field on fourth down already with a one-possession lead. Now on the move. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. They'll try to get it in with the run. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
Well, there's not a lot of mystery what you're going to do on offense at this point of the game. With the lead late, you're just going to lean on your star running back. This is a guy who is going to play on Sundays at the next level. Just keep giving him the football and just let him take this thing over.
They'll run it to the left, looking for the touchdown here. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, ECU. As they push that lead out, a really good opportunity to get back in the win column.
And, man, a lot of times late in games, you see offenses, they get very conservative, very predictable, and then they leave it in the hands of their defense. I like this execution, man. The offense continues to do what they do, and they take the 2-score lead in the fourth quarter, everything going in their direction.
Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. South Florida has it back, and the Bulls offense will return to the field. They're in a precarious spot here, that lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance unless they can do something to save themselves here. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty.
221 wing. Football 7.
Might be calling a hot route.
Let's go.
Motion from the wide receiver. Johnson wants to throw it. Got it in the middle. It's Nimrod. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29.
And this offense is going to have to be aggressive, right? Down a couple possessions. Got to continue to get these first downs. Move quick. Don't be in a hurry, but they've got to keep the acceleration.
Ball's loose. The offense somehow fell on it, and they'll retain possession. The Bulls moving quickly to the line. Second down, they'll go to the air. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down mark.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play a wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Plucks it out of the air. Gets gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense. And the Bulls are rolling down the field.
Let's go! Let's go!
On-play action on first down. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. And it's picked off for the third time today. Down to the 36-yard line and some nifty moves to try to make a big play on the interception.
The number one objective for a defense is to make the offense one-dimensional. Well, when they're trailing by this much late in the game, they're one-dimensional. They have to.
Bringing it back. Brings him down at the 48. It's a gain of 15 and a first down. He's now got 78 yards on the ground in this one and now sets his sights on a 1,000-yard season. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
No doubt the offense at this point of the game with the lead late, they're going to try and run the football and they're going to try and bleed the clock. They need all ball carriers to stay in bounds to keep this clock ticking, just like that guy did there.
Using his legs, it's Cobb. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
He'll take a shot. And it's intercepted, maybe breathing a little life into this team. Taking it the other way. He's marked down at the 21-yard line as the defense comes up with a turnover. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. They've got the big fellas out there. A 3 tight end look on 1st and 10.
Easy!
From the gun, running back gets the give. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
These situations are preached so much in college football. Finishing a game strong, understanding circumstances. They are running the football right at you, trying to keep that clock moving, get a few first downs, and get a W.
Here's the handoff. Runs through the tackle. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down.
Man, this offense would really like to lean on this guy in the fourth quarter, right? They've got the lead, and you just saw his ability there, breaking a tackle. He looks like he's getting stronger as the game goes on. I'd expect him to get a few more carries here before this game's over.
He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
And talking to coaches this week, that's their guy. The running back is the guy they feel the most confident in. So I expect down the stretch, when you got a lead in this football game, you're going to keep hammering away with your best player.
And they'll find their way back to the line of scrimmage, and now it's time to find their way back to the locker room as this game is over.